All right, with that, I think we're ready for Super Warp World by the Beast, the birthday boy. So let's get right to it. Here we go.
So this is a different side of Mario Maker. We basically got a group of, I believe, 15 creators to make 16 levels featuring all 4 different styles of the game to make, you know, a replayable speed game in Mario Maker. Yeah, anyway, I guess I'll just get right into this. You might see the levels are in reverse order. I'll explain that later. But you guys ready to count down? All right. In 3, 2, 1,
go!
All right. So this first level is made by you, right, Vale?
That's correct. I actually made 2 levels. This is the first one, and this one I tried to do a kind of homage to 1-1 in SMB1.
Nice.
And I just want to like preface this with you can do some really cool things in Mario Maker, and Beast especially can do some really cool things in Mario Maker. And this run gets pretty awesome. But it is like a very like, you know, traditional. Yeah. It's like if we made a traditional speed game out of Mario Maker.
Yeah.
Like,
and what's cool about it is that all these levels have multiple routes that can be faster for extremely risky jumps and all that other cool stuff.
Yeah, and they're also not hard levels casually. Like any casual player can beat these levels, just like you could beat any Mario Maker level, you know, or Mario.
Like Mario World is.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, what's interesting and worth noting is that when Beast actually entered the levels, he clicked Play World instead of selecting a specific level. And that's going to let him get from level to level faster, but it also makes it so he only has 3 lives for this whole world. And also, if he gets more lives, he'll be able to use those. But that is worth noting.
Yeah, it's a very unknown feature in this game. This is the only use I've ever found for it.
Yeah. We should also note that all of these levels are uploaded on one account.
Yes.
Even though it's been created by 15 other people.
That took some finagling and maneuvering.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know where to go now?
I do. The backup strat. That's actually one good thing about these levels is if you mess up, you don't die. Like, there's ways to recover, like in a traditional speed run. Like right there, I lost like, I don't know, like 7 seconds maybe. So it's not the end of the world, as opposed to most Mario Maker levels. You mess up, you're dead.
As we learned earlier.
Yeah, you guys saw one. The version of Mario Maker you saw earlier is the most common.
Yes. The one
these
that makes you hate yourself.
Yeah, we should talk about this project. Actually, took like 7 months to put together. Carl Sagan really spearheaded. Carl Sagan 42, shout out to him. He really spearheaded the whole thing, and getting everybody together. We each level went through so much testing.
Yeah.
Countless testing.
At least like 3 players testing and giving feedback on each level. It was a very detailed project.
Yeah, and as you see, they kind of go in order too.
Yeah, so here's the one water level of the game, and it's a pretty good water level. You know, there's not a lot of aimless swimming through the middle of nowhere. As I swim under these spikes, it's fairly precise. We're going to ignore Yoshi. I don't like him, so he can stay down there.
Just drowning.
At least he's not dead.
Ooh.
So we're going to wait here for a baby cycle. You can get through these piranhas a lot faster, but it's very likely you'll die. And we've seen enough of that already.
Beast has already tacked up 9 lives, so he's not worried about anything. Beast, are there any parts or any worlds you're not going to select the whole world for?
No, I'll be doing that on all 4 of the worlds. So this level was made by Ryukar.
Yeah.
Just a fast-paced Mario 3 airship. It's pretty fun. But yeah, so all these levels, it's hard to speedrun these levels, but if you just sat down and tried to beat this, it's like any Super Mario World level, you know? Like, you'll beat it in a few tries. So I'm going to get a Fire Flower here. There is first boss fight. We have Bowser Jr. And with this Fire Flower, I can damage boost in the corner. And normally he will spin around for like 10 seconds there, but since we have him stuck in the corner, he just instantly gets out of his shell.
Very nice.
And that's the end of the first world. So I mentioned before the levels are in reverse order. So if you notice the levels at the bottom, they won't be loaded, and I'm going to scroll up, and the levels above are already going to be loaded. It's just a weird quirk of the course bot.
Hot menuing.
Yeah, and that's hot menuing action.
Yeah.
And that actually saves like 6 or 7 seconds.
Yeah, it's no
on
joke.
putting it the other way. Yeah. So
I
right
need to get
there-
in that pipe.
Yeah.
This is the one auto-scroller of the game. Fortunately, you skip the majority of it.
There you go.
nice.
So we're going to grab a checkpoint here. Normally you wouldn't grab hardly any checkpoints in this run, but...
Marathon
Ooh,
safety.
smooth.
Nice jump.
That's a jump. I came up with the name for it. I call it Cool Jump. Because if you get it, you're pretty cool.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I guess we can say Beast is pretty cool then.
Beast is pretty cool.
I can attest to that.
Coming up next, actually, we got my level in
Yeah.
this. And so I spent a lot of time making a level where you could choose multiple paths and you could go in between them. But then there was one like super difficult flight skip that I thought like nobody will ever get good at this and ever, because like the way you enter the pipe is so hard. It's so difficult. And Beast, of course, is probably just gonna like slay it like
Yeah,
right away.
We're going to try for a really hard pipe entry here.
Yeah.
I may die a couple times, but it's pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a bottomless pit down there if you're
So you guys want to
wondering.
explain how that works for everybody real quick?
Yeah, so if Mario is crouched and he spins the tail, there's no sprite state for him spinning the tail while crouched, so it forces him to stand up, and then your hitbox is big enough to go into the pipe, even though you shouldn't be able to.
This level also did have multiple uploads. I think 3 in total for the final game.
This one got patched
It
a
got
few
patched.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I patched this level a few times.
Okay, so in the spirit of the marathon, we're going to do an alternate strat. This door is here in the real level.
And the reason I put that door there actually so you could get the tail and then go through the other paths, you know. So
Oh, that's fine. Let's reset. So we can do a precise flight through here, and it's much easier to enter that pipe this way.
This was actually patched out and then patched back in.
There we go.
Okay, so now there's more precision flying here.
And just like you saw with the race earlier, you jump on an enemy and it resets your flight. So that's what Beast is doing with these Koopas.
and then
Got the P-speed.
Nice.
So you see I'm spinning the tail there. That's exclusive to Mario Maker. It just makes you a little faster while flying with the raccoon suit. That does not work in Mario 3.
it's true. That does not work in Mario
So
3.
coming up, this is the
I
best
don't
level of
believe
the
you.
run. I love this level. It was made by a guy named Say. He's a very talented maker in this game.
I really think the new Super Mario Brother levels are the ones where this game you really see the speedrun tech show.
Yeah.
So right there, I was ground pound canceling. Some people call it air stalling. It's just a way to kind of hover. Basically, you just press down, up, R. Just do that and repeat. So we're going to get up here quickly, and this guy's going to shoot a cannonball to the right. That's good. And we're going to use that to jump across.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh.
That's fine. So what happened there is if you do a triple jump and let go of all inputs, your speed just turns to 0, and didn't want to do that there, but that's what happened. But yeah, so anybody can go play these levels. That is fine.
This is
Here's-
fine.
Yeah, here's the intended way to get through
Yeah.
this section.
So
Beast
yeah,
doesn't
if you
do
mess up, there are much slower ways to get to where you want to go.
He's just so used to nailing it, man.
And for those wondering, like, this actually does have a decently competitive leaderboard. It also has like 100% mode where you collect all those red coins and a low percentage too.
There we go. Yeah, so we tried to build all the levels to have, you know, like if you play Super Mario World, there's a low % run, a 96 exit. We wanted to have variety, so if you collect all the coins in all the levels, it changes significantly the way you would play. So Failstream also made this level, the only person to make 2 levels.
Yeah, how'd you get that honor?
You know, there just weren't enough creators, and I said I'd do it, so I created 1-1. 1-1 was actually my second level. This was the first one that I started creating.
Oh.
This one went through several different iterations before I finally, you know, settled on this design. But it was a really, really hard level to design with all the multiple ways.
I like this one a lot.
Yeah, so Failstream, if you guys don't know, he's pretty good with the cape, so we're going to see that here in a second.
Yeah, Failstream pretty famously has one of, if not the hardest Mario Maker levels out there, and it's a level where you do a billion cape tricks, set all this stuff up, and then fly back through the level. It's so cool. Fails Flotilla 3 on the YouTubes. You should definitely check it out.
So just like in Super Mario World, you can chain your flight if you're spin flying. So you can enter that pipe there. That's really, really hard. But yeah, the cape is actually a lot different in this game than Super Mario World, but it is similar in a way.
What's kind of interesting to note about this compared to your standard like Mario World run is that after each world, you're going to go right back to Small Mario. So since he's kind of initiating a new world, it's Mario Maker, it's not going to keep that state of you had a cape finishing the last level. So it kind of didn't really matter what he finished with there, and it kind of stinks that you lose your power-ups.
So this level, I say you can beat most of these easily if you're not trying to speedrun, but this one is actually hard, like casually as well. This is just a hard level in general. So I'm going to carry this spring with me. It's going to allow me to skip a bunch of the levels.
Take this spring with me.
This is ridiculous.
Let me just take this.
Yeah, this was the level that people had some of the most difficulty with when we did our first race of World.
Yeah, this one is confused, a little bit confusing, I'd say, casually too.
So that's where that spring comes in handy. Just skips pretty much all of the level.
Yeah, so we're already halfway now. This is actually a really long level, but we're going to skip even more of it later. I did say I don't like Yoshi, but we've settled our differences, and I think I'll ride him today.
Those air stalls are just like insane.
So hopefully... Oh my gosh! Oh, I'm just kidding.
Had me worried.
Yeah, almost had me there.
I've played this before.
So one thing you might see me sticking Yoshi's tongue out backwards, that's a tech exclusive to Mario Maker, where if you do that, you just speed up. It's really strange, but...
That one's like
That's
the most impressive.
Yeah, one of the most impressive, and Beast makes it look so easy.
So this level is made by a guy named Reflective as Fox. He is also very good at the cape. We'll be seeing that in this level. This level's really fun. Like, I like this one.
This was one of my favorite ones to play casually through the... I think all the Mario World ones are just my favorite ones, though, to play through casually, I'd say. Yeah.
So right up here, I'm going to bonk intentionally, and that's going to set up this cannon here to line up where I get it on the second cycle instead of the third.
That's a huge little tech thing.
That's fine. So we're going to get a checkpoint here. Normally we wouldn't, but you guys have seen enough deaths. So right here is where I'm going to get the cape, and there's a pretty cool thing I can do with it here. I'm going to try to keep flight for a very long time. Failstream probably thinks this is easy, but it's pretty hard for me.
Nice.
Oh, we landed in the clown car of shame. That's
Still
not
technically
good.
Flight, though.
It was technically flight.
It
We'll
was.
say that.
So if I would have kept flight, there's a muncher down there. I could have killed it with a cape pound, but that's fine. So coming up here, I'm going to do something that's fairly new. We call this, I believe, flight storage, where you can fly without having P-speed. It's, I don't know, Failstream, do you have any input on that? Because I don't really understand it.
You know, this was more of a recently discovered tech, and I am not proficient with it. but-
Basically, you like mash spinning the cape, and for some reason, you have to do it while you're in P speed, and then it just remembered that you were.
Yeah,
something.
but you can just like stand still.
Yeah, you don't even have to be moving. You can
Yeah,
be
and then
perfectly
just
stopped.
get your flight back. It's really weird, and out of all the things Nintendo's patched out of the game, that's not one of them, weirdly. Like, Nintendo's patched out like tons of cool things that we do that were fun and nobody had a problem with, but that, for some reason, is like not a priority with them.
That's crucial to the game.
Yeah, it's we would say, I think we would all agree Nintendo's had interesting decisions in regards to patching and updating Mario Maker.
Yeah, definitely agree there. So this level is made by a guy named Freakin' Ha. He's a very talented level maker.
Also made a really great ROM hack called Super Riff World.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I've heard it's good.
It's great.
He's known for some trolly antics sometimes, but you guys have seen enough of that today, so hopefully we don't see that here. So we're going to damage boost intentionally there.
Sure.
So sometimes I've practiced all these levels, but not this one. I hope I remember what to do. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Falling for that one.
That one scared a lot of people into running off the level the first
Oh
time
my
they saw
God,
it.
I died to the first
Yeah.
time in that one.
This is your classic Goomba's key level. This was designed
Yeah.
by Jakku. It's the only level in this game to incorporate the skinny Mario or lanky Mario, best Mario.
So,
The Abomination Mario.
Yeah.
so why did you name this level Goomba is Key? Is there any lore to that?
No, there's nothing to do with that.
Not important.
Yeah, it's fairly easy.
The keys just popping
Yeah,
out.
all the keys. That's all you need.
Yeah, as we all know, Goomba is definitely key. Yeah, we're going to try to uppercut Bowser here. Unfortunately, we got bad RNG. He didn't jump.
Yeah.
So we couldn't punch him in the face, but that's fine. So we're 3 worlds in. There's only 1 world left. We're almost done here, guys.
Oh my, is this going to be a Mario Maker thing that goes under the time limit? Is that what I'm looking at? Look at us gaining time back right there, guys. That's how we do it, you know?
So here's a level made by a guy named Bilbo. Basically, he said he's never playing this game again, blah, blah, blah. And we said, hey, you should make a level for this game. And he was like, done. And he just came back and made it. It was very easy.
It didn't take much coercing from him.
But yeah, this uses these big Galoombas in pretty much every way you could imagine. This level's really fun, casually. I like this one a lot.
Yeah, it had some good little trolls at the end, casually.
So we're going to grab the checkpoint here, just in case. This is actually a really hard jump. There we go.
Nice.
Really hard jump, gets a first try.
So yeah, that upper pipe actually makes you go through this winged Galoomba section where winged things on tracks in Mario Maker are always going to be faster, and so it makes this a lot more difficult and fast-paced to rush through. Unless you're the Beast.
So we go this way. That skipped about 2 parts of the level. We're going to grab another checkpoint, just in case.
JIC.
It's mostly RNG manipulation, but
Bringing it back, man. Tons of RNG in Mario Maker you gotta manipulate.
so we have the boss here. This guy he's on our tail. He might get me. No, he didn't. But there's his friend. He might get me as well. No, he's not even close. All right, we have 3 levels to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
And poor Yoshi up there. I didn't want to collect the coins, so he's stuck up there.
Looks pretty nice up there. I think he likes it.
He did seem happy. So here is a ghost house. I think this is the only ghost house, maybe? A guy named Oskise made this level. He is all these people are great level makers. Like, it was crazy how many good people we got together for this.
Ooh,
So that's
that
a really
move.
hard
That's
trick.
so
That
cool.
move.
That skips me going down here, basically. I really wish I would have gotten it, but... So one thing,
We had time for swag.
in a Mario Maker level, they track world records, and it's based off the in-game timer. Like, just get that number to be as use as little in-game time as possible. Whereas in this, going in a pipe takes like 4 seconds, so you might find that going in a pipe is faster for the world record on the individual level, but for a full game run, it's actually slower. This is fine. Okay. So unfortunately, I don't have a mushroom, so this would be a leaf if I would have a mushroom there, and we could have done a pretty cool trick. There's actually an invisible block here. I don't know why, but... I'd like to grab that. Okay. So there's a boss here where if I had the leaf, I could skip this entire boss, but we'll show it off.
We're pretty loose with the definition of bosses in Mario Maker 2 because it only really gave us 2 options.
Yeah, it is hard to make a good boss.
Yeah.
Like, there's plenty of bad bosses, but to make a good one with the tools provided, it's tough.
Yeah, like, I think one thing about Mario Maker that we noticed after playing it, you know, for a year and a half, 2 years, is we are really limited on the amount of items we have. There's only about, like, I don't know, there's like 3 interactive items and like 10 enemies. Like, there's really not that much stuff to interact with, so we've gotten creative.
Yeah, so coming up here, this level was made by Carl Sagan, 42, if you guys know him.
Never heard of him.
Who's that?
So he wanted to make a level, I think he was inspired by Yoshi's Island speedrunning, where you're constantly running, throwing eggs everywhere. Basically in this, we're constantly running, shooting fireballs everywhere. That's fine.
Is it fine, though?
It is. Fortunately, this level, no, that's not fine.
I was going to say, I don't think that's fine,
That's
man.
something that got by. We tested these levels a lot, but right there is something that is I guess a soft lock. You're not trapped. You can start over, but there's no way out of there.
I mean, you could have killed yourself. You could have hit one of the plants.
Yeah, I guess it's a lock. I don't know what you would call that.
It's called a bad level design. That's what we'll call it.
Shots fired.
One thing Carl's known for.
Hey.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to show off something really cool in this level. It's totally pointless. If you do it perfectly, you save like 1.5 seconds, but it's extremely cool. It's very hard though, so it might take me a couple tries. So a P-switch is going to fall out of this pipe, and I'm going to try to juggle it all the way to the right here. So I can't pick this up. This is Mario 1. You can't pick up items.
Yes.
Oh!
Okay. So basically there's some springs hidden under those launchers, and I don't know what happens, but... basically, if you do that, you can jump across a lot faster. That's really the whole trick.
Yeah, it's like one of these weird momentum glitches in Mario Maker.
I'm really glad I did that first try. That's actually really hard to get.
Yeah. Juggling is really difficult, especially when you're dealing with those iframes pausing you too.
So this is the quote-unquote intended way through this level. And we're about to be on the final level of this run. You can get a shell jump there. I always miss it. I don't know why. So we'll wait on this guy instead. Alright, we have 1 level to go, and then we're done.
Woo!
Woo!
So this level's interesting because we talked about Nintendo patching the game. So they patched out a very crucial thing that made a skip in this level not as hard as it should be. So I need to jump across there. I'm going to try to do it.
Yes.
I have lives to waste, so.
Yeah, before this was a lot easier. There was this thing called Phantom Jump, and it basically lets you keep a triple jump.
Not good.
If you've only jumped twice, even just lets you chain triple jumps together essentially, and they patched that out.
Yeah, and it makes this.
I mean, I don't know what to say. Yeah, they patched it out, and
it's just gone.
People having fun? Take it out.
yeah,
Oh gosh.
it's really weird their decisions they made with this.
Okay. We're gonna try this one more time.
One
If
more
not,
time.
We'll go through the intended way, which is slower, but it is a cool level. There we go.
Woo!
So that's like almost pixel perfect. It's stupid. It didn't used to be that hard. Okay, we'll get this.
Yeah, Mario Odyssey is not the only game they ruined with patching.
So yeah, I could have ground pounded and landed on that bridge up there, and we could have skipped all of this stuff, but it's fine. We'll show off some more of the level. So we're gonna wait on this guy. You can stack enemies in very interesting ways in this game. I'm actually not used to being big here. I never get that checkpoint. So we would have went in this door had I not missed that ground pound. So now, what better way to end a speedrun than with an RNG heavy boss fight? It's a great way to end your speedruns. So ideally we're not going to get hit by this Bowser. If we do, it's fine, we'll lose some time, but you can still kill him. It's similar to Mario 3, I guess. Like, if you lose your Fire Flower, it's just...
Annoying.
It takes forever to kill Bowser.
And right there, Beast actually did a little tech trick where you can actually climb walls as long as you have Fire Flower. Unlimited in
This is bad RNG.
Super Mario Brothers. Another thing they didn't patch out.
Oh my gosh, he's relentless. This is bad. I cannot move.
He's hungry.
Okay, that was interesting.
Mario Maker will never end. Mario Maker's the run that keeps on going.
So if you guys didn't see what happened there, we'll show you again the instant replay. So I got greedy there and I went to the right side. I guess you cannot run through Bowser. Like, he is pretty much a wall.
What you can in Super Mario Brothers 1 version of Mario Maker, but you can't
That's
in
safe.
any other version.
Here we go.
Nice.
And the key.
All right, when I touch the axe, that's time. And time. So yeah, that was Super Warp World. Anybody can play these levels. They're sitting out on the server. If you type in super.warp.world, that's a link to a website. You will see all the levels.
I didn't know.
But yeah.
Yeah, and you can also check out the speedrun.com leaderboard for this. It's the most legitimate Mario Maker leaderboard, I swear. So, cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks, guys.
All right, great job. And we are here at Calithon 2018 with a couple of fun games coming up for you. Here we got Wario Land 4 by Mr. Shasta. Fast is going to be running Hollow Knight after that. And then as we get later into the evening, we have Resident Evil 4 by JTB. So stick around. We've got quite the variety here on the stream. And of course, Calithon 2018 is not only a speedrunning event, but it is a charity marathon as well. We're raising money for Direct Relief. Direct Relief is a charity that helps people who need help because of poverty, disasters, or any sort of emergency situation by quickly delivering essential medical resources. Direct Relief works in over 80 countries and all 50 states. And they have a perfect 100 score on Charity Navigator. Calithon is also brought to you by Bebo. Bebo is a streaming software that uses less resources than its competitors. And we're actually broadcasting live from the Bebo studios here in San Francisco. We're also sponsored by Twitch, of course. Some upcoming incentives that you might put